We are going to discuss the chapter 2, that is polynomials. Okay, so from here onwards we will start. So before going to the deep, we would like to discuss what is linear polynomial, what is quadratic polynomial, and what is cubic polynomial. See, polynomials can be categorized into in major types. It is linear, quadratic, cubic, and for the higher order powers we just say polynomials of the 4th degree, 5th degree, or so on. Okay, so depending on the degree or power, okay, of the variable, it is called as linear, quadratic, and cubic polynomial. So the polynomial of degree 1 is called the linear polynomial. Okay, so in all the examples shown above, for the linear polynomial, you can see that the power of the variable, here the power of variable is, it is 1. Here also the power of variable is 1. Here also it is 1. So the highest power of the variable, is 1. So if the highest power of the variable is 1, then we can say that these are the लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल्स, है ना. अगर x का जो हाईएस्ट पावर है वो 1 होगा, या y है या कोई भी अगर उसमें वेरिएबल है उसका हाईएस्ट पावर अगर 1 होगा, तो उसको हम क्या कहते हैं, दैट इज लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल. ओके, उसी तरह से अगर हाईएस्ट पावर वेरिएबल का 2 होगा तो दैट इज कॉल्ड क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. सो दे हैव बीन गिवन अ स्पेसिफिक नेम. ओके, तो अगर डिग्री या पावर जो है वो क्या होगा, 2 होगा, तो उसको हम क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल कहते हैं. ठीक है. एक्चुअली डिग्री और पावर में क्या डिफरेंस है? डिग्री और पावर में डिफरेंस ये है कि लेट अस से कि मैं यहाँ पर ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c लिखता हूँ. ओके, सो ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c में x 2 बार आया है और दोनों में पावर क्या है, 2 है और 1 है. सो पावर्स आर डिफरेंट, बट डिग्री हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ वेरिएबल को कहा जाता है. तो यहाँ पर x की पावर 2 है, यहाँ पर x की पावर कितनी है, 1 है. बट द हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ वेरिएबल इज कॉल्ड व्हाट, द डिग्री. ओके, तो अगर हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल इज 2 या डिग्री इज 2, देन वी से दैट इट इज अ क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. सो हियर यू कैन सी दैट द हाईएस्ट पावर इज 2. हियर ऑल्सो इट इज 2. ओके, here also it is 2. Fine. Here also it is 2. And don't get confused, the root under root of this, root 5, root 3, these are the coefficients. We have nothing to do with this, है ना. तो हम क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल या डिग्री 2 का विचार इनको देख के नहीं करेंगे. हमें सिर्फ क्या देखना है कि वेरिएबल का जो पावर है, हाईएस्ट पावर, वो 2 है या नहीं. अगर वो 2 है तो हम उसको कह सकते हैं कि ये क्या है, क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल. ओके, उसी तरह से क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल की अगर बात करें तो पॉलिनोमियल ऑफ डिग्री 3 इज कॉल्ड क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल. ओके, तो यहाँ पर देखिए, यहाँ पर 2 माइनस एक्स क्यूब, तो हाईएस्ट पावर कितना है, 3 है. यहाँ पर भी 3 है, यहाँ पर भी 3 है, एंड एवरीवेयर द हाईएस्ट पावर इज 3. हियर 3 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस एक्स क्यूब, बट अगेन द हाईएस्ट पावर इज एक्स का पावर 3. यहाँ पर भी हाईएस्ट पावर क्या है, एक्स का पावर 3. तो सच पॉलिनोमियल्स आर कॉल्ड क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल्स. ओके, सो on the basis of the degrees, degree 1, degree 2, and degree 3, it is called the linear, quadratic, and cubic polynomials respectively. Okay, now zero of a polynomial, है ना. Let us suppose कि we have a polynomial ax plus b. Now ax plus b is a polynomial. Let's say it is a px, it is represented by px, and px equals to ax plus b. Okay, now how to find the zeros of this polynomial? For finding the zeros of a polynomial, you will have to find a real number for which the polynomial will be 0. मतलब ये x जो है इसको हमको क्या करना है, इसको 0 के बराबर करना है. ठीक है, ये जो पॉलिनोमियल है इसको 0 से इक्वेट करना है, और x की वो वैल्यू फाइंड करनी है जिसको इस पॉलिनोमियल में रखने के बाद ये पूरा पॉलिनोमियल 0 बन जाता है. तो हम रिवर्स से प्रोसीड करते हैं. ax प्लस बी इक्वल टू 0 अगर रख देते हैं तो x इक्वल टू कितना हो जाएगा, x इक्वल्स टू, इट इज माइनस b अपॉन a. तो ये माइनस बी अपॉन ए को अगर हम इसमें रखें तो ये पॉलिनोमियल क्या होगा, 0 होगा, और इसीलिए x इक्वल टू माइनस बी बाई ए, दिस इज कॉल्ड द जीरो ऑफ दिस पॉलिनोमियल, दिस इज कॉल्ड द जीरो ऑफ दिस पॉलिनोमियल. Okay, so this is called the zero of the polynomial. Fine. So we can have some more polynomials like this, and whose zero we can easily find out. Okay, so we will go on discussing this, but before that we will have to understand it by the geometrical or graphical, through the graph we can understand what is the zero of a polynomial. Okay, so here simply the definition is कि if any polynomial px is there, so the value of x at which px will be 0 is called the zero of the polynomial. So this is some kind of definition, but we can understand it more easily by the graphical interpretation. Okay, so we can have the graphical explanation. Fine. So here you can see y equals to ax plus b. Okay, this is what, this is equation of linear polynomial. Why we call it linear polynomial? Because the power of this variable x is 1, or the degree, the highest power is 1, so the degree of the polynomial is 1, and that's why we say it linear polynomial. Fine. Now we have drawn the graph. So in earlier class you might have studied how to draw the graph. Okay, किसी भी स्ट्रेट लाइन का ग्राफ कैसे ड्रॉ करना है, हम क्या करते हैं, x के और y के दो पॉइंट निकाल लेते हैं, और उस 2 पॉइंट से हम क्या कर सकते हैं, एक लाइन खींच सकते हैं xy प्लेन पे. तो यही है, यहाँ पर ये ग्राफ आप देख सकते हैं. नाउ हम जीरोज की बात कर रहे हैं, हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं, जीरोज की बात कर रहे हैं. तो जीरोज की बात कर रहे हैं तो हमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये देखना है कि ये जो स्ट्रेट लाइन है y इक्वल टू 2x प्लस 3. अब यहाँ जो ग्राफ है वो किसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर y इक्वल टू 2x प्लस 3 की बात कर रहे हैं. तो y इक्वल टू 2x प्लस 3 जो स्ट्रेट लाइन है ये यहाँ पर ग्राफ में ड्रॉ किया हुआ है. ठीक है, अब इस स्ट्रेट लाइन को देखिए, ये x एक्सिस को कहाँ पे कट कर रहा है, वी आर कंसर्न्ड विथ दैट पॉइंट वेयर इट इज इंटरसेक्टिंग द x एक्सिस. ओके, जिस पॉइंट पर ये x एक्सिस को कट कर रहा है उसका जो x कोऑर्डिनेट है वही हमारा 0 होगा. ठीक है, अब देखिए हम यहाँ पर डेफिनेशन से पहले ले आते हैं. अभी आपको क्या बताया कि px इक्वल टू 0 करने पर x का जो वैल्यू आएगा वही 0 ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल कहलाएगा. राइट, तो यहाँ पर y इक्वल टू 2x प्लस 3 है. क्लियर नहीं आ रही है अभी? हेलो, अभी क्लियर है? हेलो, अभी क्लियर है? ओके, ठीक है. जब नहीं आएगी तो आप फिर से बता दीजिएगा. नहीं आ रही है, एक काम करिए, लेट मी चेक फर्स्ट, वेट फॉर अ मिनट. So here the equation of linear polynomial is y equals to 2x plus 3. Okay, so अभी मैंने क्या बताया कि हम इसको 0 करके, दैट इज px इक्वल टू, अगर 2x प्लस 3 है तो इसको 0 करके इसके जीरोज फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. तो x इक्वल टू कितना हो जाएगा, नाउ 2x इक्वल्स टू -3, सो x इक्वल्स टू -3/2. ओके, सो दिस इज द जीरो ऑफ दिस पॉलिनोमियल. तो ये तो हमने ये px इक्वल टू 0 करके ये फाइंड आउट कर लिया. ओके, बट आप ग्राफिकली इसको देखने का प्रयास करें. ग्राफिकली ये जो y इक्वल टू 2x प्लस 3 का जो लाइन है ये लाइन एक्स एक्सिस को कौन से पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है? एक्स एक्सिस को ये -3/2, 0 पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है। तो यहाँ से भी हम जीरोज के बारे में इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हैं ग्राफिकली कि जो भी पॉलिनोमियल है ना एक्स एक्सिस को जिस पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट करेगा उसका जो एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट होगा, द एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ द पॉइंट है ना ऑब्टेन्ड बाय इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल विद द एक्स एक्सिस। तो ये यहाँ पर -3/2 एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट, इस पॉइंट पे हम इंटरसेक्ट हो रहा है, ये देखिए इस पॉइंट पर ये इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, ठीक है। ये जो y = 2x + 3 की लाइन है ये इस पॉइंट पर इंटरसेक्ट कर रही है। तो इस पॉइंट पर इंटरसेक्ट कर रही है तो उस पॉइंट को क्या बोलेंगे? -3/2, 0। और उसमें जो x का कोऑर्डिनेट है, क्या होता है कोई भी पॉइंट कैसे बनता है? x, y से। तो उसमें जो x कोऑर्डिनेट है वो आपका जीरोज होगा। तो यहाँ पर देखिए ग्राफ से भी पता चल रहा है कि जीरोज क्या है? -3/2 है ना। थ्रू ग्राफ ऑल्सो, थ्रू द ग्राफ x coordinate of the point of intersection is how much? -3/2, and this is called the zero of the polynomial. Okay, so in this way also we can find the zero. Now see some more graphs. This is quadratic polynomial. Okay, now quadratic polynomial means, अब देखिए एक चीज तो आपको मालूम है कि जो जितना हायर डिग्री का है, जैसे linear polynomial having degree 1, so we will have one solution or 1 0. Quadratic polynomial having degree 2, so we will have 2 zeros. Okay, now cubic polynomial having degree 3, so we will have 3 zeros. Okay, और zeros का मतलब अभी हमने क्या समझा ग्राफिकली कि जिस पॉइंट पर x एक्सिस इंटरसेक्ट करता है उस पॉइंट को हम जीरोज कहते हैं। तो ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पर 2 जीरोज हैं, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि जो क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल ax² + bx + c है वो x एक्सिस को 2 पॉइंट पे काटता है, इसीलिए 2 जीरोज मिले। अगर क्यूबिक होगा तो कितने पॉइंट पे काटेगा? 3 पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट करेगा। ओके, तो जीरोज ऑफ अ क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल आर द x कोऑर्डिनेट्स ऑफ द पॉइंट्स वेयर दिस पैराबोला is the special name given to the quadratic polynomial having degree 2. So parabola representing y = ax² + bx + c intersect the x axis. So at how many points it is intersecting? We can very clearly see that this graph, this parabola is intersecting this x axis at how many points? It is intersecting at 2 points, one at this and one at this. Now what are the zeros? The x coordinates of the points of intersection. So what are the x coordinates? Here the x coordinate is -1 and here the x coordinate is 4. So there are 2 zeros. Okay, so in this case for the graph shown, the equation of parabola is y = x² - 3x - 4. Okay, so for this polynomial we have drawn this graph, and obviously as expected it is of degree 2, so we will have 2 solutions or 2 zeros, and the zeros are the x coordinates of those points at which this parabola will intersect the x axis. And ये 2 पॉइंट्स हमको यहाँ पर दिख रहे हैं, मैंने इसको मार्क किया है, एक ये पॉइंट है, एक ये पॉइंट है, और दोनों के x कोऑर्डिनेट क्या क्या है? -1 और -4. सो जीरोज कितने होंगे? इसमें जीरोज 2 होने थे क्योंकि इसकी डिग्री 2 है, तो जीरोज ऑफ दिस पॉलिनोमियल of this polynomial are, एक zeros क्या होगा, x coordinate of this point that is -1 and another one is 4. Okay, so in this way we can easily understand how to find the zeros. Okay, now this is something through which we can have our concept very clear about the zeros. So in the first, see this first question. Okay, in this, now we have to find the zeros. Okay, we have to find the number of zeros. Find the number of zeros. Okay, so number of zeros we have to find. So obviously through graph, how can we understand that how many zeros are there? If the graph of the polynomial or this polynomial will intersect the x-axis at one point, then we will say that there is 1 0. If it will intersect the x-axis at 2 points, we will say it has 2 zeros, and so on. Okay, so in the first case, at how many points it is intersecting? In the first case, this one, in the first case, at how many points this graph is intersecting the x-axis? Section of x-axis, not the y-axis. So don't get confused with that. Okay. Okay, 1 point. So obviously number of zeros, how many number of zeros? 1 0 in this case. Okay, now let us consider the second case. In second case, how many zeros are there? On what basis we can find कि this graph will intersect the x-axis at how many points? ये जो ग्राफ है ये x-axis को 2 points पे काट रहा है, एक इस point पे और एक इस point. Okay, we don't have to bother about this y-axis, only x-axis. So how many zeros? 2 zeros. Okay, so it is very easy to find out through the graph. Now how many points are there? 1, 2 and 3. So 3 points are there. So in this case it is 3 zeros. Fine. In the fourth one, at how many points it is intersecting the x-axis? At only 1 point. So in this case we have 1 0. And in this, at how many points it is intersecting? We can see that this graph, this parabola, is touching the x-axis only at 1 point. Only at 1 point. However, it is a parabola, but it is touching it at only 1 point. Okay, so it is only 1 0. But just a few minutes before, what I have told you, कि if it is a parabola means if it is a 2-degree polynomial or quadratic polynomial, so we will have 2 solutions, 2 zeros. But in this case it is only 1 0. So how it is possible? How it is possible? This it is intersecting at only once, so we have 1 0 in this case. But actually we should have 2 zeros for the parabola, that is quadratic polynomial. This is the graph of quadratic polynomial. If it would be a linear polynomial, then it would be a straight line like this, like in the fourth case. Okay, so why it is 1 0? However, it is supposed to have 2 zeros, but it is 1 0 in the graph. It is because here we have 2 equal zeros. That's why it is touching at 1 point. So however it is 1 0, but when you will determine, if the equation is given to you, when you will determine in this case, you will find same points 2 times. So obviously it have the 2 zeros, but here we can see it 1 0 only. Okay, so here how many zeros? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 points at which this polynomial is intersecting the x-axis. So in this case we have number of zeros is 4. So in this case we have 4 zeros. Fine. Now relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Okay. So let us consider that we have a polynomial of degree 2, that is px equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Now any polynomial of this type can be factorized into any polynomial of this type can be factorized into two factors like this, x minus alpha and x minus beta. Okay. So we will have to factorize. If you are getting any polynomial of degree 2 like this, ax square plus bx plus c, you have to factorize into these terms, k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay. Then you will separate the terms, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, and then we will have some kind of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. This I will make you understand more clearly with the help of examples, but you can see here that these are the zeros. Okay? These are the zeros. Alpha and beta both are the zeros. So here it is sum of zeros. Alpha plus beta means sum of zeros, and it is equal to minus b upon a. See, we have the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, we have this polynomial x square plus bx plus c. So here the coefficient of x square is a, the coefficient of x is b, and the remaining constant term is c. So in this way, by comparing any quadratic equation with ax square plus bx plus c, we can find the value of a, b and c. Okay. Now we no need to find the zeros. Sum of zeros equal to only minus b upon a. That is coefficient minus of coefficient of x. What is b? b क्या है यहाँ पे? x का कोएफिशिएंट है, तो उसमें माइनस साइन लगा करके लिख सकते हैं माइनस बी, और अपॉन ए क्या है? एक्स स्क्वायर का कोएफिशिएंट है, तो बेटर वी कैन राइट कि अल्फा प्लस बीटा इज द सम ऑफ जीरो. सम ऑफ जीरो मीन्स अल्फा प्लस बीटा. ये दो जीरोज थे, इनका सम कितना होगा? माइनस कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ एक्स दैट इज बी अपॉन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर यानी कि ए. ठीक है. और अगर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ जीरोज निकालते हैं, अल्फा इंटू बीटा निकालते हैं, तो सीधा इस पॉलिनोमियल से हम कंपेयर करके सी निकाल सकते हैं. तो कांस्टेंट टर्म सी और अपॉन दिस एक्स स्क्वायर का कोएफिशिएंट, तो कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर दैट इज ए. तो इन दिस वे वी हैव दिस टू इंपॉर्टेंट रिलेशंस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रिलेशन, that is sum of zeros alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and product of zeros alpha into beta equal to c by a. Okay. Now we will solve this question to understand it. Now we have this question, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10. Okay, so what I told you कि we have to factorize it. ax square plus bx plus c इसके फॉर्म में अगर कुछ दिया है तो उसको सबसे पहले आपको इस तरह से फैक्टराइज करना है, k इंटू एक्स माइनस अल्फा इंटू एक्स माइनस बीटा के टर्म में. ओके, तो यहाँ पर क्या है? एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 7x प्लस 10. ओके, तो वी हैव दिस पोलिनोमियल x square plus 7x plus 10. Okay, now we know that how to factorize this last term 10. We have to find its factors. So 10 can be broken into the product of linear factors, that is 2 into 5, and with this 2 and 5 we have to break the middle term. Middle term is splitting, वेरी वेल नोन कि मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिटिंग से हम इसको फैक्टराइज कर सकते हैं। तो ये कितना हो गया, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस इस 7x को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, 5x प्लस 2x। तो यहाँ कितना हो गया, 5x प्लस 2x, ओके, एंड प्लस 10, फाइन। नाउ टेक द x कॉमन, so it is x plus 5, take 2 common, so it is again x plus 5, and then we have this x plus 2 and x plus 5, fine. Now it has been broken into linear factors, x plus 2 and x plus 5, okay. Now if we want to calculate the value of 0, अगर इसका हमको जीरोज कैलकुलेट करना है तो क्या करेंगे, हम इसको 0 के इक्वेट कर देंगे, ओके। तो यहाँ से क्या होगा, x प्लस 2 इक्वल टू 0, सो x इक्वल टू -2। तो पहला जीरोज क्या आ गया ये, और दूसरा जीरोज क्या आ गया, x प्लस 5 इक्वल टू 0 और x इक्वल टू -5, fine. So we have two values, -2 and -5, fine. Now we have these two values, -2 and -5. Now we have to since in this question we had to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial that we have determined. Now we have to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So what is the relationship? This relationship you have to verify, that sum of zeros should come out to be minus b by a and product of zeros should be equal to c by a. This relationship we have to verify. So how we will verify? We have these zeros, and obviously the zeros are, this one is your alpha and this is your beta. So two zeros are there. Now what is the sum of zeros? Alpha plus beta equals to how much? If we will add this 2, so it is -2 plus -5 and it is -7. So this is the sum of zeros. Now it should be equal to which relation? See, sum of zeros should be equal to minus b upon a, okay. Now see this, one, we have x square plus 7x plus 10. Now compare with this equation, ax square plus bx plus c. This is the standard quadratic equation. Now compare this with this one. So how much you are getting? Now comparing this equation with this equation, what is the value of a, b and c? So value of a is, now ax square, here it is 1x square, so a is 1. Just compare the coefficients. x का कोएफिशिएंट यहाँ 7 है और यहाँ b है, तो b इक्वल टू कितना हुआ, 7, ओके। एंड यहाँ पर कांस्टेंट टर्म 10 है और यहाँ पर c है। अगर यहाँ -10 होता तो भी हम c की वैल्यू माइनस लेते, ओके। सो यहाँ 10 है, ओके। सो a b c हमारे पास है, फाइन। नाउ अल्फा प्लस बीटा इक्वल टू -7 and it should be equal to how much, -c by a. Now we will see, sorry, -b by a. Now we will see कि -b upon a how much. So -b upon a -7 upon 1 and equal to it is -7. So this one, this alpha plus beta sum of zeros -7 and this -b by a again -7. So we can show that the sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to -b upon a. This we have verified, okay. Now we have to verify the another relation between zeros and coefficients. So what is the another relation? Another relation is alpha into beta. So alpha into beta is product of zeros. तो अल्फा कितना है आपका, -2 है, so put it here, -2 into beta is -5. So it is -5. Now it is 5 2 is 10, minus plus. So it is +10. Fine. Now it should be equal to which relation? C upon A. So we will see whether C upon A is equal to it or not. So C upon A equals to C, how much? C is 10 and A is 1. So it is again equal to 10. So again these both are equal. Alpha into beta also 10 and C by A also 10. So this relation is also verified. So alpha into beta equals to C upon A. This has been verified. So both the relations. So in this equation we had to find the zeros that we had determined alpha and beta, and then verify the relationship between zeroing coefficients. So we have verified these relations. Okay, is it clear? Now we will move on to the next question. See, in this equation x square minus 3 is there. Okay, so x square minus 3, it can be splitted into the linear terms. So let's say it is, we can write it x square minus 3. Now it's simply, we can refer this formula, a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. If any quadratic equation is there, you will have to break it into linear terms. So a plus b, a minus b. Okay, this formula is very well known. So x square minus 3 can also be resolved into linear terms using this formula. So here it is x square minus root 3 का whole square. Okay, why we have to write root 3 square? Because here it should be in the form of a square minus b square, and then we can write it a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so don't get confused with the zeros. Zeros are also called the roots of the equation. Roots of the equation means for which, for the value of x for which the polynomial will be 0. Okay, so roots of the equation and zeros of the equation both are similar thing. So here also we are concerned to find the roots. Now it can be written as x plus root 3 into x minus root 3. Now similarly as we did in the last question, we have to proceed for this question also. Okay, but here we will have to again compare this x square minus 3 with the standard quadratic equation of degree 2, that is ax square plus bx plus c. If you will compare and try to find the a, b, c, so a will be how much? A is what? X square coefficient. So here the coefficient of x square is 1. B is not there. Why B is not there? There is no term with x here. Okay, so B is, obviously it is 0, and C is the constant term. So constant term is minus 3. I told you that whatever constant term is there, we have to take it along with the sign. उसका जो साइन है प्लस या माइनस उसके साथ लेना है. तो c equal to minus 3. This we have taken out. Now for finding the zeros, we'll have to make it equal to 0. For finding the zeros of this polynomial, we'll have to make it equal to 0. Okay, so this x plus root 3 equals to 0. One by one we can take both the terms. So x plus root 3 is 0. So x equals to how much? It is minus root 3. Okay, and in the next way we can write x minus root 3 equal to 0, and in this case the value of x will be plus root 3. Now what we have determined? This is what we call the zeros, and this one is, let's say, alpha, and this one is your beta. These are the two zeros. So two zeros we have determined. Find the zeros of the polynomial. We have determined the zeros, that is minus root 3 and plus root 3. Now we have to verify the relation between the zeros and coefficients. So how we can verify? We have just solved this question, so we can verify in the similar way like what we did in the last question. So alpha plus beta, sum of zeros will be, put it the value of alpha and beta, minus root 3 and plus root 3. So it is going to be cancelled out and it is 0. Okay, so it is 0. Now what is alpha into, okay, alpha plus beta is 0, and next relationship is minus b by a. Alpha and plus beta should be equal to how much? It should be equal to minus b by a. So minus b by a, we will see how much it is given. Minus b, obviously it is 0. So both are equal. The relation is satisfied. So in this way we can write, okay, for this polynomial it has been verified that alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a. Okay, so this relation we have verified, and another relation that we have to verify is alpha into beta equals to how much? Alpha is minus root 3 and beta is root 3. Okay, so this one is root 3 into root 3, complete 3 and minus sign, so it is minus 3. Now alpha into beta should be equal to c by a. So we will see what value of c by a will be obtained here. So c is minus 3 and c is minus 3 upon a is 1. Okay, so c is minus 3 upon 1. So we can say that alpha into beta equal to c upon a. This is verified because both are equal. So in this way we can verify that the relationship between zeros and coefficients are satisfied or not. Now for the similarly what we saw in the quadratic polynomial, we have the similar relation of the zeros and coefficients for the cubic polynomial. Okay, so like we write the quadratic standard equation of quadratic polynomial as ax square plus bx plus c, for the cubic polynomial similarly for the cubic polynomial we write this. Obviously it is a cubic polynomial, so the highest power of x or the degree of x will be 3, and that can be seen here. Okay, so see, for the linear polynomial we have 2 terms, for the quadratic we have 3 terms, for the cubic we have 4 terms. So ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, now we also know that since it is of degree 3, so we will have 3 zeros. So let alpha, beta and gamma are the 3 zeros. Now what is the relation between this alpha, beta and gamma and the coefficient of cubic polynomial? Okay, so that we have to see. So the formulas are written, and through which you can see what is the relation. So the first relation is alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is sum of zeros equal to minus b upon a. So what is this minus b upon a? See, x square, the coefficient of x square upon coefficient of x cube. ठीक है ना, यही अपना क्या है, सम ऑफ जीरोस के बराबर होगा. फिर अल्फा इंटू बीटा प्लस बीटा इंटू गामा प्लस गामा इंटू अल्फा इक्वल टू सी बाई ए. सो सी बाई ए इज व्हाट, एक्स का कोएफिशिएंट सी और एक्स क्यूब का कोएफिशिएंट ए, इसके बराबर होगा. अल्फा इंटू बीटा इंटू गामा, दैट इज प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द जीरोस, equal to minus d upon a, and d, what is d? That is the constant term. So minus d and upon a. A is what? It is the coefficient of x cube. Okay, so in this way we can determine these relations and verify these relations also. Okay, so there is one question based on this, and here in this question you have been given 3 zeros, है ना? So obviously these 3 zeros are what? This is alpha, beta and gamma. So alpha is how much? Alpha is 3, beta is minus 1 and gamma is minus 1 by 3. Okay, So 3 zeros are there. Now the cubic polynomial is how much? This cubic polynomial px, this cubic polynomial px is equal to, this one is given 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x or minus 3. Okay, this is the cubic polynomial which had been given. Now we have to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So now we have seen these three relations, and these three relations we have to verify. So how we will verify? Okay, before that we have to verify that these are the zeros of the cubic polynomial. So how you will verify that this 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 which is given are the zeros of this cubic polynomial? Obviously, if they are zeros, then by putting the value of x in the polynomial one by one, we will get the value of polynomial as 0. So if it is 0, obviously these are the zeros, okay, or the roots. So one by one we will put the value of x. So let's say here we are putting the value of first 0. 3 is the first 0, and we have to verify whether it is 0 or not. And if by putting the value of x as 3, this polynomial value will be 0, then we can say that yes, it is the 0, and in this way we can verify. Okay, it is the simplest way to verify. So 3 into x की वैल्यू हमने 3 रख दी यहाँ पर, तो कितना हो जाएगा 3 का क्यूब एंड माइनस 5x स्क्वायर, सो 3 का स्क्वायर and minus 11 into 3 and then minus 3. Okay, so it is how much? It's 3 into 27, 3 into this 27, so it is 81 minus 9 5 is 45 and then 33 and then 3. So it is 0. So okay, we have verified for the first 0 that this 3 is the 0, because by putting the value of x as 3, this polynomial gives 0 value. Okay, now we will check for the another one. We are checking that, verifying that whether these 3 are the zeros of the polynomial or not. So one by one we are putting the values of x which has been given, and we have to observe whether the value of polynomial is 0 or not. So now in this case also 3 into minus 1 cube minus 5 into minus 1 square and minus 11 into minus 1 and then minus 3. Okay, so here it is minus 3 minus 5 plus 11 and minus 3. So 3, 5, 8 and 3, 11, minus 11 plus 11, it is 0. So again it has also been satisfied. Now we will check for similarly for the third one. So minus 1 by 3. So we will put p minus 1 upon 3 into the polynomial, and this will become 3 into minus 1 upon 3 cube. Now we have minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. So minus 5x square, that is minus 1 by 3 x square, and then minus 11x. So minus 11 into minus 1 by 3, and then we have this minus 3. Okay, so when we will solve this, so we will have this or we can simply write, if we can solve in rough and simply write the answer, it will be 0. You can calculate this. So in this way we can verify that the 3 points which has been given, that is 3, -1 and -1/3, all are the zeros of the cubic polynomial, because putting these values one by one in the polynomial and the polynomial is 0. So these are the zeros. It has been verified. Now you have to verify the relationship. So how you will verify the relationship? Now compare this polynomial with the standard cubic polynomial equation, that is ax cube plus bx square plus cx and plus d, to get the value of a, b, c and d. Now what will be the value of a, b, c and d? The value of a will be, now compare this, the coefficient of x cube a, and here the coefficient of x cube is 3. So a equal to how much? 3. Okay. Coefficient of x square is b and coefficient of x square here is -5. So b equals to -5. Similarly, coefficient of x is c and here the coefficient of x is -11. So c equals to -11. And similarly for d we have -3, the constant part. So in this way we can find this a, b, c and d. Okay. So we will take this so that it will be easier to verify. So here we have this a, b, c and d. Okay. Now what are the relations that we have to verify? Alpha plus beta plus gamma should be equal to -b by a. Okay. So what value of alpha, beta and gamma we have? We will also take this one, alpha, beta and gamma. So these are the three, alpha, beta and gamma. So we will take this also. Okay. Now we will verify. So according to the relationship between zeros and coefficients, we have alpha plus beta plus gamma equals to b by a. So first of all we will take this alpha plus beta plus gamma. So it is 3 and again 3 plus -1 and then plus -1/3. So if you will calculate this, then we will have 5/b by a. So we will check it whether equal to -b by a or not. So -b by a in this case is minus of -5 and then upon a is 3. So it is 5/3. Now simply we can see that these two are equal. This is alpha plus beta plus gamma. This is also 5/3 and this minus b by a, this one is also 5/3. Both are equal. So this relation is satisfied. Okay. Now the second relation is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha equal to c by a. Okay. So first of all we will calculate this alpha beta plus beta gamma and plus gamma alpha, and how much it will be, just we have to use these values. Now we have 3 into -1 plus -1 into -1/3 and then -1/3 into 3. Okay. And if we will solve this, we will get -11/3. -11/3. Now we have to check whether it is equal to, it should be equal to what? C by a. So whether is it equal to C by a? We will check is C by a from the values of a, b, c and d. So C by a is -11/3. Yeah, it is okay. So this relation is also verified. Okay, this relation is also verified. Here it is, both are equal, minus 11 by 3 and minus 11 by 3. And similarly we have to verify the last, that is alpha into beta into gamma equals to minus d by a. So alpha into beta into gamma, and it is equal to minus d by a. So alpha into beta into gamma is just 3 multiplied by minus 1 into minus 1 by 3. So minus minus is plus, and 3 and 3 will get cancelled, so it is 1. And whether it is equal to this minus dy or not, we will check. So if we calculate minus d by a, so minus d by a will be minus of minus 3 upon 3, and this is 1. So obviously this is also equal, this is 1 and 1. In this way we have verified all the relations for this cubic polynomial between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, now we will solve this question. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Okay, so here the polynomial is 6x square minus 3 and minus 7x. Okay, so what is required first? We will have to first break it into linear terms. So how you have to break it? First of all, write it in the form of, let's say we are solving this, we are solving the first question, and the first question, write the polynomial in the form of x square plus bx plus c. So it is 6x square, and x term should come, it has been given in question at the last, but we will write in the standard form, so minus 3. Now it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so it is in the form of x square plus bx plus c. Now by comparing the coefficients between these two, we can have the coefficients. So the coefficients of x square, here it is 6, it is a, so a equals to how much? It is 6. b equals to minus of 7, and c equals to minus of 3. So by comparing you can find out a, b and c. So these three we have determined. Okay, now find the zeros. So for finding the zeros, we will have to break this ax square plus bx plus c form of equation into x minus alpha into x minus beta, like this. Okay, so we will try to break it. So we have this 6x square minus 7x minus 3. So you take these two terms, 6 and 3. So 6 into 3, how much? It is 18. Okay, now break it further. So it is 2 into 3 into 3. Now try to make the linear terms. So linear terms will be 3 into 3, 9, and 2. With this 9 and 2, we can get this 7. So midterm splitting you must be knowing. So 6x square minus 9x and plus 2x. Okay, so we have splitted this minus x into minus 9x plus 2x based upon this, and then we will break it into linear terms. So what can be taken as common? So 3x can be taken as common, so it is 2x minus 3, and from here only you can take 1, so it is 2x minus 3. Okay, so it is 3x plus 1, and here it is 2x minus 3. Okay, now for determining the zeros, we will make it equal to 0. So x equals to how much? Minus 1 by 3. This is the first 0, and from this we can get the value of x equals to 3 by 2. So 2 zeros we have determined. One is x equal to minus 1 by 3 and another one is x equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so these are just like, we call it alpha and beta. Okay, this one is your alpha and this one is your beta. Okay, so in this way we can proceed further. So 2 zeros we have successfully determined, alpha and beta. Now we have to verify the relation. So as we have done in the previous questions, we can verify the relation. How we can verify? Okay, sum of zeros alpha plus beta, sum of zeros alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a. So that we will see later, but alpha plus beta is minus 1 by 3 and plus 3 by 2. So we will take its sum, minus 1 by 3 and plus 3 by 2. So after solving it, keep it aside as a rough work, and if you will solve it, then how much we will get? So we will get it 7 by 6. We will get it 7 by 6. Okay, now alpha plus beta should be equal to minus b by a. So we will check for minus b by a. So let's say minus b by a is how much? B is how much? Minus 7. So minus of minus 7 and a is 6. So 6. So here it is 7 upon 6. So it is equal. Both are equal. Now alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. So minus 1 by 3 and into 3 by 2. So it is minus 1 by 2. Okay. So it is minus 1 by 2. Now alpha into beta should be equal to c by a. So we will take c by a. So c is minus 3. So minus 3 and upon a is 6. So it is again minus 1 by 2. So here also both of these are equal. So in this way we have verified this relation कि alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. This we have verified, and the second one is alpha into beta equal to c by a. This also we have verified for this question. Okay. So the second question you can try by yourself, and it is quite easier. We can proceed in this way only. So, and further we will proceed to this.